Doc Rich, back at it again, baby. Sorry I'm late. Been quite busy today. Haven't been at home, so yeah. I know I'm late getting to this. I'm sorry, okay? But better late than never, right? We got my brother from another mother, Crip, with the Bad Friend official music video. This is what we're going to be checking out today. Hey, like, share, comment, and subscribe if you're new. Y'all know what to do. I saw that he had posted something on Instagram too, actually, where he had said, what would you do? And at the bottom it said, call the police or let it go. So I'm interested to see exactly what he was kind of speaking about as far as that question goes. So yeah, let's find out together. Talk to me, brother. Turn me up a little bit in the headphones. Yes, sir. Yes, sirski.
2:30 in the morning and I get a text from my friend. She said, I need you right now, and I already knew what that meant. See, me and this girl, we think alike. Too many phone calls spent for me to know she's thinking about her life and how it's gonna end. See, on the outside, we're happy, and we show it to the world. And we put on this fake exterior so the truth won't unfurl. But I know who she is, cause it's like looking in a mirror. All these smiles and cries for help, and it couldn't be any clearer. So I pick...
Okay. So we getting deep into it right off the rip. So first off, I want to say I hope the brother Crip is doing all right, because if y'all listen closely to what he said right there, this young lady is basically thinking about ending it all, which suicide, at least is what I equate that to. And I saw the tears and everything, and he said, looking at her is like looking in a mirror or something.
To the world, and we put on this fake exterior so the truth won't unfurl. But I know who she is, cause it's like looking in a mirror.
I know who she is because it's like looking in the mirror. All these smiles and cries.
All these smiles and cries for help, and it couldn't be any clearer.
All these smiles and cries for help, and it couldn't be any clearer. So first off, I hope this is just music, and this is not Crip sending a message. But if it is, I want all of y'all to go hit Crip in the DM. Let him know how appreciated he is. Go show him some love, you know? Because it wouldn't, we've seen situations and circumstances somewhat similar to this in the past, where, artists are kind of telling their fans that they're on the edge the only way that they know how, and it's through the music. And I know it may seem fun and, hey, let's vibe out. But sometimes artists are serious, and that's the only way that they know how to get some of their thoughts and feelings out, is through the music. So let's all make sure that we, go show Crip some love, all right? Please. Let's get back to it.
So I pick up the phone and call her as she answers through her cries. She's hyperventilating, telling me that she wants to die. My heart starts to race and my thoughts begin to blur. We're 9 hours apart, but I'm seconds from losing her. I try to calm her down and tell her what she means to me. Even though we're new friends, she's seen a side that no one sees. Told her, listen to my breaths, I'm right here, please breathe. You got so much left to do, stay here, don't leave. The cries got even louder as the breaths got short. I told her, listen to my words as I fell down to the floor. Stay with me, I'm here, let it out, it's okay. Just cry till you can't cry, no more tears down your face. A couple minutes went by and the crying finally stopped. But not because she did, because the phone call dropped. I called her back quick, just hoping I'd hear hello. But I just kept getting met with the sounds of those dial tones. I froze. What do you do in that moment? Do you call the police, or do you hope that she's over it? Get a hold of her parents and tell them the situation, just so they can pull her from college and end her aspirations. Leave it alone and hope it was just an escapade. Pray from a text from her in the morning saying that she's okay. Call anyone you know just to make sure that she's alive. Ignore it completely and pray to God that she survived. I let it go. She must have wanted to be alone. I guess that this was just another one of her episodes. She never told no one about this depression she dealt with, and who was I to air out her secrets? That would be selfish. So I lay down in my bed and I rested my head, closed my eyes and drifted peacefully to sleep. Then I dreamt that I would see her tomorrow. And
so that's where the question came from, that situation. What would you do? What would you do in that situation? And obviously, standing on the outside and kind of watching this, it's easy to give the correct answer, right? I think we all know that. It's easy to give the correct answer. Hey, I'm calling the police and I'm contacting her parents, blah, blah, blah. So, to make sure everything is good. It's easy to say that from the outside looking in and watching the situation happen, right? But what do you truly do in that moment? Like under that pressure? I think the honest answer is most of us would freeze. Like I said, it's easy to sit back and say, oh, no, I would do this, I would do that. That sounds good. But what do you actually do? What do you actually do when it's really crunch time? What do you actually do? When your back's really, when it's really against the wall, what are you really doing? All that, it sound good. It sure as hell do sound good. But it's not reality. Reality is sometimes things get hectic. So much so that we may freeze. And I feel like the true answer to that question is most of us would freeze and do just as he did and lay down. Hope it'll be better in the morning. That's the reality. I feel like that's the reality of the situation. Maybe I'm wrong. Y'all can let me know in the comment section how you feel, but I feel like that's the reality. Like I said, obviously on the outside looking in, it's easy to say a different answer, but when really faced with it, when truly faced with that moment, I think most of us would freeze. But maybe that's just me.
And who was I to air out the secrets? That would be selfish. So I lay down in my bed and I rested my head, closed my eyes and drifted peacefully to sleep. Then I dreamt that I would see her tomorrow and I would speak to her then, till I was woken to several missed calls and texts that she's dead. My heart broke. She downed a bottle of pills. She took them shortly after our call ended, and it felt surreal. She was a friend of many, a student athlete at her school, a daughter, a sister, a very special jewel. At the funeral, they told us that nobody had a clue that they could have saved her life, if only that they knew. And if someone at the funeral had ever felt depressed, to get some help so that your face won't ever end up in the press. There wasn't a dry face in the room, only 22 years old, an entire life in front of her, and now she's laying there cold. If only I'd called someone, we wouldn't be here now, and nobody would be sad, and I wouldn't feel like I let her down. But that's not what happened, cause instead of going to bed, I called every person I knew to check to make sure you weren't dead. I stayed up 7 hours praying every second of it, just hoping to get a text saying that you weren't heaven sent, but then I got it. You told me that I had no right, and blocked me on everything, and we ain't talked since that night. Was I a bad friend? Options? I had none. I guess I'd rather be a bad friend than a sad one.
Wow. Fucking wow. Can we run that back? Can we run that back? That flip was come on, man. You gotta give credit for that. Just when we were like, okay, we know the ending, he flipped it on us. Fucking incredible artistry right there. Incredible artistry right there. Just when we thought we had a grasp on the whole situation, how it was going to play out, he flipped it on us and gave us a good surprise. I love that shit. That's awesome. That's awesome. That's fucking awesome.
Felt depressed to get some help so that your face won't ever end up in the press. There wasn't a dry face in the room, only 22 years old, an entire life in front of her, and now she's laying there cold. If only I'd called someone, we wouldn't be here now, and nobody would be sad, and I wouldn't feel like I let her down. But that's not what happened, cause instead of going to bed, I called every person I knew to check to make sure you weren't dead. I stayed up 7 hours praying every second of it, just hoping to get a text saying that you weren't heaven sent, but then I got it. You told me that I had no right, and blocked me on everything, and we ain't talked since.
Are you okay? Look, I need you to say something. I'm seriously going to call the cops. Just send me something to let me know you're okay. I'm seriously getting worried. Please call. You have so much to live for. Please just pick up the phone. You had no right. All right. You had no right.
Was I a bad friend? Options? I had none. I guess I'd rather be a bad friend than a sad one.
Absolutely. Abso-fucking-lutely. Absolutely. Shout out to the brother Crip, man. Shout out to the bro Crip. Cause that right there was absolutely incredible. Masterfully done. Masterfully done. And just to have that plot twist there at the end, you know, to show the alternative. Would you rather be a sad friend or a bad one? Would you rather let that person have their privacy and keep their secret a secret, or a bad friend and not ever speak to that person ever again? Wow. You know? Sheesh. I mean, absolutely dope. And man, Crip, man. God damn, you done outdone yourself. Shit. That right there, man, was absolutely dope, you know? And just the story of it all, you know? That whole taking us through the entire sequence. I mean, that wow. And you know, I just keep coming back to the plot twist there at the end. That was incredible, man. That was incredible. Shout out to the bro Crip, man. Sheesh. Golly. I mean, goddamn. Hey, y'all let me know what you thought about this one in the comment section below. Like, share, comment, and subscribe if you're new. Y'all know what to do.